Welcome, Pisces. So this is your birthday message. This video is inspired by my dear friend whose birthday it is today. So I thought I would hop on here and make a little video for a birthday message video for Pisces. Maybe for the year to come, we'll see what happens. So I invite you to ground down, placing your feet on the earth, really feeling your connection to the earth beneath you at this time. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and releasing it out through your feet. And this candle has a built-in intention for renewal. But also add clarity and insight, as I do for all of my readings. All right, so we're going to start with the Wildwood Tarot. Most of my cards today are John Matthews. Ooh, already leaping out. So messages for Pisces, birthday messages, messages for the year ahead. And while I'm shuffling, maybe you can think of, while I'm selecting the cards, thinking of maybe some area of focus. Oh. Okay, I think we got a card. Good job. All right. So I'll start with these ones. So you got the Two of Stones challenge. So that's like the Two of Pentacles, although these cards are different. The Six of Stones. It's a very earth-based reading. Got some, so far, some career prospects ahead potentially. We have the Two of Bows. Two of Arrows. 222. So that might be significant for you. Looking for that. So we have the Eight of Vessels, Rebirth. What? Like the candle? We have number 20, the Great Bear. Okay. And we have the King of Bows, Adder. I'm just going to pull one more card. All right, so with this Two energy, you've had some beginnings, and you're starting to see where those beginnings are leading. So one path, there's a challenge. On one path, a tough decision. And on another path, you're facing triggers or being exposed to, and you got the Nine of Bows, respect. Being exposed to maybe some of the things from your past that are, or from your last cycle that are still sort of present in your life. I can see here that you are becoming, in this next year, in this next phase, becoming more aware of the ways in which you have been disrespected, exploited, used. And there may be a flare up for you of kind of discontent. I know that Pisces is not overly inclined to get overtly angry, not in a fire sign kind of way, but you may actually experience a little bit of an angry phase in this next cycle. But in terms of the good stuff, there's a lot of it. There's an abundance of it. You've come to a gateway, a threshold. You've completed a very, very large cycle in your life. And so the rules have changed. So you got the spirit of truth, yeah. There's some truths you're not going to be able to ignore anymore. And the ancestor of guidance. That's beautiful. So I want to say deepening your connection with your spirituality, with your guides, all of that might lead to less involvement with people in the material world or in the vegetable world, in our definitely when your eyes are open to the ways that you've been treated, it will limit, and it depends on whether you're, very social to begin with, but it will limit who you can hang out with. Oh, we have a flipped card. Okay, so we have the ancestor of knowing. This is a deep time for you. This is going to be a good year. The spirit of family. So you have two spirits and an ancestor. So with these cards, these are the ancestor, Shaman's Oracle by John Matthews. So you can use any of these cards to journey with. So if you do journey work, calling on your ancestor of guidance, your ancestor of knowing, the spirit of truth, or the spirit of family. And allowing your family lineage and guidance, the things that you have learned from being a part of your family, to guide you through this time. Whether it's in a don't be like that kind of way, or in a this is kind of like what they did right, and I think a lot of it is that, though. It's like you're coming into an awareness, but it's not going to be all just like, this is what they did wrong. It's sort of like you're aware of what they did wrong, but you're finding, what they got right. Like, how did you become this like wonderful person? Where was that? It was buried somewhere in, mistakes that were made. This is assuming that you have an issue with your family at all. Maybe you have a beautiful relationship with your family, and it was more your relationships with your friends or your relationship with yourself. But there's definitely a way in which you have been taken advantage of. Maybe it's at work. But you have the strength here to definitely call upon the bear. Yeah, there's a shift in your friendships. So we have the friends in reverse. Oh, this was buried under here. Mick the Mickomancer. Reverse. Huh. And oh, that gnome. Bit of trickster energy. So we have the representation of a sort of older, slower moving masculine energy. What's the male equivalent of a crone? I want to know that. That kind of energy. And then we have like the Oakman kind of vibe. And then we have a trickster energy, which is a more middle ground. So definitely working with your masculine side this year, whether you're male or female. Faf the Fufter, so is in reverse. So let's find some grounding here. Remember earth beneath you. Just remember earth beneath you. We have Indy. So you have been hesitant to make some choices, and this is going to be your time to do it. The Sage in reverse. So this has even come through as divine guidance. And the Lady of the Harvest. You have some untended manifestations. So sometimes untended manifestations are things that we feel we are not worthy of yet. And so that's why they're untended. So it'll be time to address that in the next coming, in the coming time. And also like taking the reins yourself. So more and more this year, not allowing other people to take the lead in your own life. And that will enable you to kind of like do it fully and with integrity. All right, so I'm just gonna pull here from the Shadow Walk deck. This is a deck that I channeled. One more. So far you have Clock and Altar. This is definitely a year of deepening your spiritual practice, of listening, fully listening. So sometimes we listen to our guides, but we don't actually listen to them and like take their advice. It's like any other relationship. You know, you can go to your friends for advice and hear their advice, but you don't necessarily like take it on board, integrate it into your life. So I think this is your year of integration. So we have Clock. Are you rushing? Give yourself time to heal. No time in the other world. Work in your dreams. So it's a bit of advice for you. We have Altar. Tending to your spirit, ritual, reverence, respect. How can you express gratitude? So again, that's where I'm feeling like you already are aware of the things that people have, like how you've been mistreated, but taking that other perspective, what have they done right? What has nurtured you? What has nourished you? And then you have Coin, offerings, exchange, lack mentality, talismans, flow, manifestation. So coming a bit more into that flow and of manifesting and allowing yourself to harvest the things that you have planted before. I think there are things that you've been manifesting maybe several cycles over that you just have been too afraid to harvest. So it's time to tend to that. And then also just like making offerings, really deepening your connection with, follow your guidance, whoever that is. You're going to be making more offerings. And Crown, take stock of your victories, step into your power, rise above. And that's again, absolutely. This is a year of coming into your own, for sure. What a beautiful reading. So I got to keep it kind of short and sweet. I hope that was helpful to you. I hope that resonated with you. Have a very happy birthday. Lots of love. Always.